I went from being bullied to being the Brittle Queen. Hello, my name is Natasha Brown-Wainwright, and I am the CEO of Natasha Just Brittle. I'm also hailed the Brittle Queen and Chief Brittle Maker. People who know my story know that Natasha's Just Brittles began by teaching my daycare children a lesson in business. But the origins truly began in the summer of 1983 when I tried to take my life because I was being bullied. My grandmother told me three things that would shape me into the woman I am today. First, she said that my life was not my own to take. Second, she said that I was here to serve God, family, and community. And last, she said that I was here to serve a purpose. Shortly after, my grandmother started to take a few hours from her Social Security check so that I can buy ingredients to make yummy desserts. Birthed in December 2009, Natasha's Just Brittle specializes in hand-cut artisan brittle made in 40 delicious flavors and counting. We take our brittle bits and incorporate them in our handcrafted chocolate treats, and we take our brittle syrup and make delicious gourmet brittle popcorn. And let's not forget my Sneakerdoodle Brittle Crunch cookie. You can say that I put brittle bits on everything. In 2017, I was featured on QVC, but that opportunity almost slipped through my fingers because I needed a licensed facility to produce my products. I looked everywhere and no one would help me. So I created a small batch manufacturing facility to create my own confections. I have operated Natasha's Just Brittle production facility for 4 years with the staff of 3 people. We have been on the shelves of Whole Foods, supermarket, Harvest Fair, and other specialty shops around Maryland. We provide confections for corporations like the Baltimore Convention Center, Visit Baltimore, and Capital One. The problem? There are not any manufacturing facilities catering to intermediate food producers. Since COVID, many businesses are being started by women out of necessity. During this month alone, I have started 3 women in my commercial kitchen who lost their jobs due to COVID. Coming in September 2021, Made with Pride, a full service processing plant to develop sweet treats, coffees, and teas. I expect 5 out of 8 of these manufacturers to be women of color. Today, I am here seeking $200,000 to finish Made with Pride. Funds will be used to secure a 25-foot double-sided hood, manufacturing equipment, shelving, small wares, and most importantly, a processing team. This processing plant will not only be the saving grace for other intermediate manufacturers, but it will help me tempt more households with the sweet taste of Natasha's Just Brittle.
Natasha, I'm getting very hungry as you present. Those look amazing. Such gorgeous product photography and distribution efforts on your own brand. You're obviously, such a leader and a mentor to these other young entrepreneurs that you want to come in and facilitate. Can you just help me understand how much of this raise in your vision is for the Made with Pride processing plant? And therefore, others, and kind of what's the business model there, right? Like who comes in here and are they, are you charging some sort of fractional rent for them? Is that the business model for this 200K? Or
yes, ma'am.
What percentage is to scale Natasha, is to scale your brand? Help me understand the split.
Well, I run a commercial kitchen, and it's a dual commercial kitchen and manufacturing facility. I have run out of space, so I am separating my processing plant from the commercial kitchen, and that you will see in the shaded area. So a lot of it is for Natasha's Just Brittle, but to fund it, my idea was to bring in 8 manufacturers to grow their business right alongside me so that we can have their processing team to help us with our products and to scale our brands. Basically, there is no small processing plants for the type of products I spoke about: cakes, cookies, donuts, ice cream, juice, sauces. You may find a processing plant that just make sauces or just do juices. But I find as an African American woman, it's very hard to afford those type of things. Since I already have this model and I'm knowledgeable in manufacturing, the idea is to help other companies along with Natasha's Just Brittle Grow. My model always has been, if I eat, we all gonna eat.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry. Have you considered, so you talked about, when we're talking about sweets and candies and baked goods and those things, I mean, I would imagine that's a pretty crowded space. There's a lot of people that are playing there. But when you're discussing a processing plant and having there not be other places like that that are serving that industry, do you think the greater opportunity might be for you to focus here and really see where you can take that and not only be assisting people as they grow their businesses, but bring in additional revenue for you that you could scale?
I've thought about like using co-packing and things of that nature. And then again, other large processing plants, they don't help the small business person. You already have to be producing 100,000 units for them to even take a phone call or provide you with an email. There is no distribution for a person like me, a small business that has the capabilities of growing or branding or manufacturing their own product. And a lot of people are kind of particular about their recipes. I've had things stolen from me. And long story short, I made a bra and I was about maybe 26 years old. I went to a patent attorney and somehow it landed in Victoria's Secrets. So we don't like sharing our recipes and our ideals. So if I can have the recipes on our plant and we self-manufacture, we feel more comfortable with that. And I think I can help those people just grow their brands and myself because we need the space as well.
So I'm going to be the third judge in a row that sort of hits on the same things. First of all, you win the Lemonade Out of Lemons award. Your story is so consistently of you showing amazing grit in the face of adversity. And I sense you may be sitting on a really big backable idea, which is enabling small businesses, particularly with underrepresented founders, and incubating them in the form of a physical space that's a kitchen. And I think you could bring strategy and physical kitchen space to enable a whole new way of working post-pandemic. And my question for you is simply, my advice is focus. Are you a brittle business or are you a kitchen business? Pick one. They're both worthy, but I think it'd be very hard to do. It's hard enough to do one.
I'm glad you said that. So I have hired 2 chefs. My dual kitchen has operated as a processing plant for the first 2 years I was there, since 2017. 2018, it became a dual commercial kitchen. The only reason why I feel like I can do this is because I have 2 chefs in the kitchen that are, experienced in doing the kitchen management and everything of that nature. So they will be taking over the kitchen. So I have 2 people taking over the commercial kitchen. My only focus now is the processing plant. That's in 5 years, I want to be a larger processing plant helping smaller brands. And it's
backable
schooling. This is my time to learn. So that's why I'm out of the commercial kitchen game.
My question for you is, have you considered grants? Have you looked at grants instead of traditional fundraising? There are not-for-profits that will write institutional grants for exactly this kind of small business enablement.
Yes, ma'am. That's the only reason why my business is here today. I have never secured any type of, I'm trying to get myself bankable. I've only used grants and pitch competition money. In the last 4 years that I've been open, I've probably won about $200,000 in grants and pitch competition money combined.
Awesome, Natasha. Congratulations on all that traction. Very impressive.
Thank you, guys.
To vote, visit Razorfy.co and select today's event. Enter your donation for the pitches you loved and click the donate button to proceed to checkout. Review and confirm your donation once more by tapping donate. And finally, key in your payment info to cast your vote. Voting will be open for 7 days. And remember, There's a $5 minimum for your vote to count. Your donation keeps a Black or brown women in business. You are changing the world with Black Girl Ventures.